It will cost you less than 6 million naira to study in Russia in 2026. This sum covers everything. When I mean everything, I mean your tuition fee, your flight ticket, your visa fee, legalization, authentication, document translation, and so on. Let me give you the breakdown of how this 6 million naira will be spent. When traveling abroad, the most important fee you need to pay is the tuition fee. If you want to study in Russia, you could pay around maybe 2.5 million. Let's assume 2.5 million. Then you pay for flight tickets, which usually range between 1.4 to 1.6 million, depending on the season. If you add both together, it's around 4 million naira. Then you still need to authenticate your document, you need to legalize your document, you need to pay visa fee, document translation. So if you add these sums together, it will still be less than 6 million naira. Okay, why should I come to Russia? What are the advantages? First, you can study and work in Russia. But note, when coming to Russia via the preparatory program, you are not allowed to work for 1 year. In case you don't know what preparatory program means, I've already explained it on my main page, but let me explain again. You come to Russia to learn Russian language for 1 year. After 1 year, you just learn the basics of Russian, how to communicate, how to read, how to write. Then in the following year, you could enroll for your BSc or your master's program in Russian language. It will be taught in Russian language. That's why you're coming for the Russian language for 1 year first. You are not allowed to work though, but I've never heard anybody in Russia said they had issues with the authorities because they are working when they come for the Russian language program. So yes, you can actually work in Russia and also study. As long as you don't miss your classes, you go to work you study maybe 4 hours. I've asked students previously, they said their classes are usually maybe from 1 p.m. to maybe 4 p.m. If you have evening shift, we could start by 6. You can also work night shift. Another advantage is after graduating from a Russian university, you are entitled or you can apply for permanent residency in Russia. You don't need to fight for it. It's just the law. If you graduate from a Russian university, you get permanent residency. When going to the Russian embassy to apply for a study visa, you do not need crazy amount of documents. You only need 6 documents, which includes your international passport, online visa application. This could be done at the Russian embassy, the Russian website. It's free. The third document you need is the student invitation from the university you applied to. Number 4 is 2 passport photographs. 5, HIV certificate. It must be negative. 6, hepatitis. As at last year, they were not asking for the hepatitis test, but 2026, they introduced hepatitis. So these are the only documents you need to apply for a Russian study visa in 2026. Maybe next year they will change them, but right now that's the only document you need. The approval rate at the Russian embassy is very, very high. Admission usually starts in Russia from June. For September intake, from June 20th, many schools have already started admission. But some universities start before, maybe a month before that time. This is July. I've already had 4 visas approved. One is already in Russia. I was at the airport last month to pick up one of the students. But I posted the video on my TikTok page, but TikTok somehow flagged the video. So I took it down, but I could attach it on this video also so you should see. I'll be going to the airport to pick up another student next Monday. He will be traveling on the 20th. He will be in Russia on the 21st. Around 8 a.m., 7 to 8 a.m. He will be here in Russia. So some of you that don't want to come to Russia, you should know this. I myself wanted to go to Spain or Australia, but the problem now, would that country actually give me visas? I actually tried Germany from the beginning, no visa. Estonia too. So if you want to travel, you go to a country that the visa chances are extremely high. Not the one where we say you go put money in. At the end of the day, money no go come aside. Your money no go come aside, visa self you no go see again. So that's just an advice to you. You choose person wey choose you. That's how this life work. But if you have money to keep spending, bringing bank statements, doing this, doing that, you could keep trying America or Canada or other countries. But if you know say you just want to travel from Nigeria to go to a country that is way better than Nigeria, way better, then you could try Russia. In Nigeria, your minimum wage there is 70,000 naira, right? In Russia, even if you study safe, if they work, you'll be seeing at least maybe 1 million naira. This one are just for starters, because you just come, you don't speak the language, you just do any kind of job to survive. Maybe you might not see up to 1 million naira, but with time, you know, you won't compare the amount you're going to earn in your first year in Russia and to somebody who already lived in Russia for 10 years. It'll be the same thing. So you could earn 800,000, but I know you earn definitely over 500,000, definitely. And this 500,000 self is just because, you know, they work full time, you they study, and, you know, you they work. That's why I say, okay, maybe if you earn more than 500,000, you could earn like maybe 800,000 or so. But if you have a standard job, say you work full time, you will definitely see way more than 1 million naira. So you think about it, and if you still want to apply, admissions still there available. Some schools don't already they close admission, by the way. At the university, they said on the 15th of this month they will close, which was yesterday. Today now 15. So anyway, if you're interested, we'll send a DM. That's all from this video. Peace.